Hey guys, it's Lexi and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally post, but to be honest, I just be posting whatever. Like, there's no theme to my channel anymore and that's fine. This is going to be a get ready with me. I have a friend coming over later, although it's literally 10:53. I don't think she's gonna get here till like 4 p.m. So I'm just doing this to do, and I'll probably spend the rest of my day just reading or cleaning. But I don't know if this is just a me thing. Whenever I have a friend come over or if I'm gonna go hang out with a friend, I like to do my makeup and hair. Typically, I don't spend the time to get myself ready. I think it's because I know we're probably going to be taking pictures together or something and I want to look nice, and also it's just an excuse to pamper myself, make myself feel pretty. And I figure while I get ready I can tell you some fun facts about myself, because unless you've been on this channel since 2017, then you probably don't know much about me besides the Disney College program, which I've kind of gravitated away from posting videos about because the more I reminisce on it, the more I miss it, and also the more I feel like I can't live up to what my channel used to be, and I just don't want to do that to myself, if that makes sense. We're just gonna hop into the getting ready. Okay, so I did rearrange the camera because I went to grab my makeup box and it's that. Then I also have this little bag. I don't own that much makeup. I've been using the same makeup since I was a child. It's what I'm comfortable with, and I'm also not a makeup guru, so I just use what's easy for me. To start off with, so I don't like a full coverage look typically. I'm more of a light coverage girly, and I figured I could try some primer. I don't use primer though. This is like a test size. This is the Milk Hydro Primer, and I got it for Christmas like a year or two ago in some sampling kit. I think it's like the only primer that I own and I never use it. I put a little bit on this brush. This is my concealer foundation brush. I'm just gonna put this where I usually put my concealer. I'm definitely not a pro. So one thing that I'm kind of known for on my channel is the Disney College program. I've stopped talking about it so much because I feel like I'll have to live up to the hype that my channel got then, and posting content reminiscing about it feels kind of sad because I miss it, and also like I'll never be able to live up to the kind of attention that my videos got when that's what my topic was. I've kind of geared away from posting Disney College program stuff, and I think I might like to post more in the future, but for right now I'm trying to focus more on myself and just what my life is like without Disney involved. I'm not going to use foundation. I'm not a foundation girly unless I have to. So for concealer, I'm using the IRL Filter Finish by Makeup Revolution. It's not the greatest concealer, but it's also not the worst, so I'm just gonna do that under my eyes and on any trouble spots. So another fun fact about me is I am actually legally blind in my left eye. I have enough vision to where I can see colors and shapes, but I don't have any depth perception. I can't make out what shapes are. This eye is pretty much useless. I think I had a little bit more trouble learning to drive because of it, and even now whenever I park, I think I like to tend to park on my left side because I can like see the line better because it's closer to me than when I'm parking and turning right, if that makes sense. So my left eye actually does this thing kind of like a lazy eye, so if I were to focus on one spot, my left eye will just kind of like veer off to the side. I can't really control where it looks, and that was hard. Growing up, I used to tell my family, and they actually told me this, I don't remember doing this, but I'd always be like, I can't see out of my eye, I'm blind, I can't see, and they thought I was just being a child that was being over dramatic. But then eventually they took me in, and it turned out I have hypoplasia in my optic nerve, and the way it was described to me, I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but there's like a banding that goes around your optic nerve, and I don't have that. So if you've ever seen a person with like a milky eye, essentially that's what I have, but it's in the back of my eye. So like my eye looks normal, you wouldn't know, but towards the back of my eye is where all that fun mess is going on. And I also don't have the greatest vision in my right eye. I think my vision is I don't know, like a -6.5. It's probably worse than that, I don't remember, but if I were to lose vision in my right eye, I would be 100% legally blind, and that's like my greatest fear. I definitely spent like 5 minutes blending this concealer out. This is why I don't use primer, because I could not get it blended out. Now my face just feels ugh. Now, I know I said I don't use foundation, but this Superstay Powder Foundation by Maybelline, I've been using this a lot lately, and it's kind of like a light coverage deal, and I actually really like this. I've also used, some people hate it, I love it, the Airspun powder. I think I'm feeling this, so I'm gonna put this on. That's my eye situation. And like I was saying, if you've been on my channel since 2017 and so on, then you know about my scoliosis. I had really bad scoliosis when I was younger, and I had to have spinal corrective surgery. So I actually have a scar that goes all the way down my spine. I always sit like this with perfect posture. I physically cannot slouch. I like to show people, this is me slouching. Like, let me show you. This is me, like, using my posture. This is me slouching. I don't know, I cannot physically slouch. So because of my posture, I've been told in the past that I look kind of like stuck up or snobby or overly confident because of just the way that I carry myself. And some of it is that I do have a lot of confidence in general, but also I have no control over my posture. I'm stuck like this, and I kind of have to do this thing called a log roll whenever I get out of bed. I can't sit up like a normal person. I have to roll onto my side and then push myself up. I don't know, I've been doing that for like 6-7 years now, so it's my normal. But when I think about it and I see other people who can just sit up in bed, or, you know, even at the gym, I can't do the squat rack because I just can't use my back like that, which I know is like a silly thing to kind of be upset about, but I don't know how to explain it. But if you know where I'm going with it, then you know. The next thing I'm going to use is this tried and true Hoola Light bronzer. I have had this bronzer since forever. It's down to the pan. I don't do makeup often, which is why this is still here, but it works. Other stuff about me, I was originally in school for teaching, and I did about 2 years of that, and then I changed my mind. There were a lot of things that went into me changing my mind. It wasn't just like, oh, they don't make enough money. It was just a lot. For one, I wanted more flexible hours in my work life. With school, you know, it's your morning, Monday through Friday, 8-hour shifts. When I came to think about that, I don't think that's something that I wanted for myself. The money is kind of part of it, because I have a friend who's a teacher right now, and they just don't get paid enough for the stress and everything that they go through, and I have pretty bad anxiety to begin with, so that was kind of a nervous thing for me. I still love children. I know I'm gonna miss like them being part of my everyday job, but for right now I am getting a bachelor's in business administration, and then I just got my certification in marketing less than a month ago. It's my minor's marketing. This keeps falling out of here. That's kind of my college path. I was originally going to Texas State, and I was there on campus for a year, but I left. For one, so expensive, and you know, don't even get me started on FAFSA. If your parents make too much, you don't get anything. If they don't make enough, it's like a whole ordeal. But I just wasn't getting enough financial support to afford it. So now I'm doing online college through Western Governors University. So I have 2 blushes I can pick from. This is my Almay blush. This is busted, but I love this color so much. And then this is a Tarte blush. This is more orangey and the other one's more pinky. I think I'm gonna do Tarte. I'm just gonna use this big fluffy brush. Currently, I work at a grocery chain in Texas called H-E-B. If you don't know what H-E-B is, you are missing out, because when I lived in Florida for those few months, oh my gosh, I missed H-E-B so much. I'm not even kidding. So I love the discount and I love the company. I work in the pharmacy right now. I used to work in the business center, and then I was also trained in the gas station. I worked as a cashier, so I've kind of been in quite a few departments, but now that I have my pharmacy technician license, which wasn't the plan, it just happened, that's where I'm gonna be for a while until I get my degree and figure out life. I'm also one of the girlies that does a lot of blush when I do my makeup. My mom hates it. She thinks it looks silly, but I love it. So also, I think like the red tones kind of complement my eyes. Let me move on to the eyes. I have one brush that I pretty much use for my eyes, and I actually stole it from my mom from forever ago. I typically just do like one color over my eyelid. I am not trying to do a whole look, so I'll use this mini palette by Natasha Denona. I got it in some little Christmas kit. A lot of my makeup is from Christmas. I have done a few pageants. They were like local pageants in my hometown, but I won both of them, and I actually met one of my friends through that. Her name's Monica. Her and I met 2018, and we've just been friends ever since. There's like a whole week in my hometown where we just did like a bunch of activities. It was like a big festival, and then as the reigning pageant queen, the week was pretty much all about me. I'm not even kidding. And that was probably the best week of my life. Was just so lucky and blessed to be where I was at the time, and I had worked really hard for it. Like I had I'm not being over dramatic. I had over 100 hours of volunteer work and I think I was about to turn 17, so I was still 16 at the time. Speaking of age, I am 21. I'll be 22 in September, which I've been thinking about, like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna post as my caption? Is it gonna be quoting the Taylor Swift song? Which feels very basic, but I have to do it. If I can do like the Dancing Queen title when I turn 17, I can do Taylor Swift when I turn 22. Oh, I didn't tell you what I was doing. I was taking the glitter color in this palette and just putting it on my lid. And then I'm done with eyes. I'm definitely a cat person. Growing up, my family always had a lot of pets. We have 2 dogs, and then about a year ago we had 5 cats, but 2 of them, who were sisters, have since passed away. That was hard, but I'm definitely a cat person. I can't wait until we move out of this apartment so I can get a cat, but we can't have one unless it's like a registered support animal. So for right now, I'm just missing animals. I am an animal person through and through. In like elementary, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but then growing up on like a farm and all that, a farm, a ranch, all that, just I was always surrounded by farm animals, and having to see them put down animals who were hurt or not alive animals, I couldn't handle it, so I knew I couldn't handle being a vet. I think because I'm so empathetic towards animals, in a way, I think I'm more empathetic towards animals than I am humans. I'm using this Ulta Beauty highlighter, and I'm just gonna run it across my cheekbones. I feel very cakey right now. This is why I don't do makeup. I don't like feeling all this on my skin. I do this thing where I get a beauty blender wet and I dab my face all over, and that helps me feel less cakey. I could talk about more health issues that I have, because I honestly have been through the ringer with my health. I don't know. Besides just like mental stuff, I've never always been the most positive growing up. I've had some little mental health issues in the past. I've definitely gotten better since then. I think lately I've had more of a motivation to post on YouTube because I just enjoy, I don't know, I just enjoy talking and expressing myself and things that I like. And I really don't care if 5,000 people see it or if 5. It's just kind of a way for me to pass the time. I loved it when I was doing that in Disney. Why not continue it? Now I'm gonna do some mascara. I'm like looking for the one that I like, but I can't find it. I think I left it in my car. For now, I'll just have to use the Essence Lash Princess. I don't enjoy doing mascara. I'm not good at it, and I don't like cleaning it off. I don't use the waterproof one, but it still takes 5 centuries to get off my eyes. So my favorite holiday is Halloween, and Halloween is coming up. I want to start decorating right now, but I have to wait till September. Halloween though is my most favorite favorite holiday. I just love it so much. I think part of it stems from the fact that growing up, my family just always watched horror movies, scary movies, and that's where I find a lot of my comfort. What's not to love about Halloween? We have like a whole section in our closet dedicated towards Halloween decorations. I have to be quiet while I do this or I'll definitely mess it up. But yeah, I'm a Halloween girly through and through. How does that look? That looks better than that, and that's all that matters. I am also a huge Harry Potter fanatic. It's always been my comfort as well. I think it started whenever I had my back surgery in 2017. I was given, I had already had the book series and I was reading that, and then I was given the movie series. So while I was like bedridden for a month or 2 months, I would read a book and then watch the movie, and then read a book and watch the movie, and I just fell in love with it. I know there's like a lot of heat around J.K. Rowling, so I'm definitely the person that has to separate the artist from the art. But whenever I was in Florida and I went to Universal Studios, I spent most of my time in the Harry Potter world. I don't know, it was my happy place. I think I resonated with Harry, having like that escape every time he went to school, and I just found things to escape in when things weren't going my way in life. I think that's where I kind of resonated with him. I'm just gonna take this big brush and kind of smudge everything around, and now I'm gonna get a beauty blender, get it wet, blot it all over my face, and then do hair, and I will be good to go. So let me go get that stuff together. I started blow drying my hair and then I gave up because my blow dryer is basically broken. This only lasts like 2 seconds. To top everything off, we got my little lip gloss. I think that ties the whole look together. I really don't feel like curling my hair. I don't want to put more damage into my hair, but I have been using this amazing cherry almond leave-in conditioner, and it smells like candy. I could eat it. Since I give up on doing my hair, I think that brings this video to an end. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye. You know, it's kind of cute. It kind of has like a little flare at the end. It reminds me of like Jennifer Aniston. I love her.